Good morning. How are we today? For the weather report, it is 71. It was 71 when I got up. It's now 73. But they say it's only going to get up to 87 today. Yes. I'm a little bit over these high 90s and low 100s. Yeah. I have decided that August is going to be extreme heat and January will be extreme cold. And I am now at the point that I want to skip the rest of August because I've had enough hot. Ooh-wee. I was thinking the other day as I was getting up and around, it was already up in the 80s, like at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, OMG. And all this livestock that's out in this heat. Ooh. And I know they're made of tougher stuff. But it was already getting too hot to go for a ride on your horse. Holy smokes. Anyway, so what do you got going on? Me, I'm going to work. It's time to go to work. I've got all my farm chores done, and after 3 attempts to get in the car to go to work, I am now on my way. It's that kind of a morning. And it's all going to be okay. And even if I did forget something at home, it'll be okay. I did get my laptop, right? Yes, I got my laptop. However, I have gone all the way to work without my laptop a time or two. And had to turn around, go back home, get the laptop. You know, it's just so interesting how our workplace environment has evolved over time. I had never been issued a laptop until I moved to Nashville. And there were a few guys that liked to pull tricks on me. It was the cast of HR Puffin stuff. And if you know, you know. Because if they see this reel, they know who I'm talking about. But I had never been issued a laptop, and so I was used to working, you know, with a desktop thing sitting under my desk or beside my desk or maybe even on top of my desk with a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse. And so when I came to town and they issued me this laptop, it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? And so I have had a front row seat, or shall we say, my shoulders have now carried a laptop bag for 30 years. And how the laptops have changed, it's just incredible. But that's how life changes. Even as I watch my friends, and it's now their kids and their grandkids that are farming, even farming has changed over the last 30 years. And the technology, you know, I grew up with a 4020 John Deere tractor and it didn't have a cab. You know, it's just so interesting how technology has spread across all of our industries and changed the way we work. It's just so amazing, so amazing. I was watching a friend of mine and they were teaching. He was actually with a grandchild in the cab showing them how to operate all the new technology that is in the tractor. And I thought to myself, I remember when we were your grandkids' age. And we would have never even dreamed about having all this technology in the cab of a tractor. Just having a cab on the tractor would have been a perk, right? Anyway, it's amazing how it has just come into all of our homes and all of our lives and changed things. And even back when I was still in the hospital, I mean, we had systems, lab systems and x-ray systems and all these things that were connected to computers. But we had to know what to do when the systems went down. And we would revert back to our old ways of documenting and running tests and getting results and reading x-rays and all the things. And for me, when they say the system goes down, it's like, okay. But as the younger employees are becoming the predominant workforce, they're like, what do you mean the computer comes down? We're going to write on paper? And it's such a concept. Because I know that there's old farmers out there that know how to run a tractor without a tractor telling them how to go a straight line and how to cover a field. Just like I know there are people who know how to take care of patients and document what they've done with a pen and paper. Oh, wow. Reflections on technology. How has technology changed your life? Have you thought about it? Do you remember when Alexa didn't live at your house? Or my friends who have renamed Alexa. Let's see. There's an Adam. There's a Sophia. One friend named theirs Mama because her mother was always the one telling them what to do. So her mother had passed, and so they decided to call Alexa Mama. So Mama could keep telling them what to do. Oh, technology. It's an interesting invention. But remember, we still have to think for ourselves. We still have to be wise and make decisions. We can't leave it all to technology. Anyway, that is Ellie's ramblings for a Tuesday morning. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.